Hello adventurers, welcome to the Fighting Fantasy playlist. My name is Adam, and in this week's episode, we're talking all about Rebel Planet. Rebel Planet was the 18th entry into the Fighting Fantasy series, and it was the final release of 1985. It was written by Robin Waterfield, and the cover art here was done by Alan Craddock, and the interior artwork was done by Gary Mays. The interior artwork is what you would expect from a fighting fantasy. You know, it's nothing like, whoa, look at them. It's still very good, but it doesn't really stand out as anything, you know, majorly special. But they are very good. You know, don't get me wrong here. I'm not dissing it. The cover art is like, that looks pretty cool. It's set in space, maybe. You know, I don't know who this guy is, and I don't know if that's me, but it kind of reminded me of an old Atari cartridge game. You know, the artwork, if you box that out, it really does remind me of the Atari games. But unlike the Atari games, the contents inside are far better than the cover, which was the other way around for Atari. Anyway, getting back to Fighting Fantasy. The story itself, well, let's read the interior bit and we'll get an idea of what the story is. As the mighty alien Arcadian Empire tightens its hold on the galaxy, the leaders of the secret Earth organization, Saros, gather their slender resources into one last daring and foolhardy mission to strike at the heart of the invaders' home planet. Fully trained in all the martial arts, equipped with a forbidden laser sword, one of the few remaining on Earth, so it's set on Earth, you are the last hope. Your mission is to seek out the scattered remnants of the underground resistance on the other occupied planets, using your cover as a traveling merchant and piece together the vital code you need. Only when you have this information will you be able to strike at the central Arcadian complex, which Saros believes will break the strange powers of the Arcadians and so loosen their domination of the free worlds. Now, I had this book as a child. You know, this is the classic zigzag cover. The story, I always found the story hard to get into. I always found it very complicated. The adventure sheet inside, if we can find it, is slightly different from what I remember, because you've got these code clues. And you've got, you know, money's money, notes and equipment, but you've got these code clues that you've got to collect. I always found the story very hard to get into. It reminded me a lot of Total Recall, the same sort of story with there's alien species and there's two variations. And in fact, you know, before you even step into the book, there is a section, if I can find it now. There's a big expansion on combat. But there is, here we are, there is a section that you kind of have to read first before you even get to your skill stats. And it's about the history, you know, and it's about a 5-page little story in itself about the history of the species and how it involves Earth and all this. Again, it is a fun book to read, don't get me wrong, but you've got to get your head around the background information first before you can fully enjoy the story. I enjoyed it more as an adult. I think it aims a bit more higher. It is a great read. Robin Waterfield is a great author. He wrote a very interesting but complicated story. So for younger people, I don't know if it will sit well, but I enjoyed it. You know, I mean, I didn't play it much as a kid, don't get me wrong. I didn't hate it, but I bought it and I played it and I was like, okay, I don't really understand it. It's not really fun, you know. But then as an adult, I went back and I did find it fun and I did understand it and I did enjoy it. So, you know, check it out and yeah, and tell, you know what, out of all the books so far we've done, this is the one where I would love to hear your comments on what you think of this book. This is the one that, you know what, I can smell, someone is smoking a spliff or something. I can smell dope, I'm telling you, man. Somebody out there and the window's cracked and somebody out there is chasing the dragon here. It's putting me off. But yeah, leave me your comments and tell me what you think. And in the next episode, we're going deep. We're going demon. We're going demons of the deep. And I'm going to go get some food now because I'm getting a bit peckish. And I'll see you next week, guys. Bye-bye.